Hello, come on in, join us. Here we go. Hello, everyone. If you can see me and hear me, can you give me a little emoji, a little wave, a little something? There we go. Hello, everyone. Hi. All right, awesome. Come on in. I'm Natalie. I'm one of the managers at the Melrose Trading Post. Come on in. Happy to see all of you. Oh, hi. Hi. Yes, so we're here. We are starting a brand new thing here at the Melrose Trading Post. We are going live every Sunday, and we're going to be joined by some of our vendors, creative small business owners, and musical guests as well. So I'm so happy you're here. Hello, hello. It's wonderful to see all of you, and we'll be getting started shortly. First, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Greenway Art Alliance. We are the organization that puts on the Melrose Trading Post every Sunday. We are a nonprofit, and we are partnered with Fairfax High School, and that's how we are on the campus each week. And so within our partnership, we have three different departments in our organization. We have the Melrose Trading Post, which you're familiar with. We have Greenway Arts Education Institute, also known as Greenway Institute for the Arts. And that is where we do our arts education programming for Fairfax High School students and for students in other LAUSD schools. Hello, everyone. Hi, Mom. So yes, and then we also have the Greenway Court Theatre, where we put on live theater productions, professional theater productions, and productions with the students. And all of that combined is Greenway Art Alliance. Hello, hello. So happy you're all here. And so with that, I'm going to grab our first person. Let's see. Yay. Okay, Lisette, if you're ready, we're going to go live. Here you get her on. Our first person coming up is Lisette from Wuitusu. Hey, Lisette!
Hi. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm trying to get used to this technology.
Me too. We're definitely all suddenly on live and online. So, we're working this out together. But I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Of course, yes. And so Wuitusu is a local business that has set up at the Melrose Trading Post and has now two brick and mortar locations. Very exciting. And you work directly with the Wayuu people who are indigenous to Colombia and Venezuela, correct?
Yes. Yes. So, yes, we are a local business. We started with you guys, with Melrose Trading Post 2 years ago. As soon as we set up our company, we opened a small website, but then we're like, we like this market, it's cool. Everybody goes there. It's in this center in the middle of the city. We would love to be there. So yes, I remember the first time, I met you guys and submitted our merchandise. And we were very happy when you accepted us. And we started going every Sunday in 2018. So, spring, summer, and fall, we were with you. That was the beginning. And we met wonderful vendors that we still are in touch with, great customers that are our friends now. And also, we wanted to keep in good standing with you because we always consider going back, even if it is like one Sunday per month or something, because we like it there, and you guys have helped us so much. So that was the beginning. Then we did some marketing analysis, and we decided to open 2 stores. The first one is in Santa Monica Place, which is the mall near the pier. And the idea was to find a place, because we noticed that in Melrose Trading Post, tourists were really into our merchandise. So we wanted to find a place, touristic one, and also so that we can start with tourists and then get, find our local customers. And that was the first place, Santa Monica. And then about 6 months later, we opened our second store in Hollywood and Highland. So very touristic places, but also, we started to have our loyal local customers too. And that's, yeah.
That's so beautiful. I love to hear that, you were able to test out your products with our audience at the market and really see, who's buying, who is really connecting with what you're presenting.
Correct.
I'd like to know a little more about who makes these products and your relationship with them.
Yes. So there is this large community. They're native South Americans, and they're called Wayu in their own language. Their name is Wayu, W-A-Y-U-U. They live in the Guajira Peninsula. It's an area between Venezuela and Colombia. And this land has been their historic land. They never lost it to, the Spanish conquistadores. They have always lived there. They're really proud of their traditions. And it's beautiful. Like, I am from Venezuela, so I have known about them my whole life. But now working with them, I get to learn more. And it is a beautiful culture. So it is a matrilineal society. So women own the land, children have the mother's last name, and they make, or they have a really strong say in the decisions of the community. They live in villages, they call it rancherias, which are actually extended families. Okay, so grandmother, the daughters and husbands and the kids. So I work with one particular village, okay, one family. I work also with a cooperative of about 40 women. And I also work with a few artisans that are really, really good in what they make. And also, if they are a really strong community, and sometimes they tell me, look, this person is suffering right now, so buy from her. So I go and buy from her. So that's the idea, because their artifacts, their bags and hats and sandals, what they make means the strong, their financial stability. Mm-hmm. They live from mainly what they make, these items. They also have, they fish, they tend the land, they tend animals, but their arts and crafts, is what gives them money, basically. Mm-hmm. So I'm very happy to be working with them directly, because I know that the money goes to them, mm-hmm. and I'm not gonna be, I'm not the one that asking for a discount on these, and actually try to give them a little bit more, whenever we can. So it's a wonderful experience.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that you have that connection with them and that you work directly one-on-one with the people actually making the items. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like technology again, maybe 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to say, hey, what do you have to sell? Show it to me. It's in immediate contact, so I know how they're doing, so that's very good. Yep.
That's excellent. And have they talked to you at all about how they've been affected by the coronavirus?
Yes, definitely. They where they live, they're under quarantine also, which is good, you know, in a health, you know, situation, healthy, you know, but to preserve their health is good. But because they live out of what they sell every day, they are not selling. Okay, they are, you know, they depend on tourism, either internal or international tourism. That's not happening. And also they depend on customers like us, you know, that can say, hey, send me, you know, 50 bags. That's a lot for them. You know, it's money that they can plan to use during you know, a week or 2 weeks. So that is not happening because unfortunately, you know, we are closed, right?
Yeah.
And our sales went down greatly. I mean, like 99% of the sales went down. So unfortunately, I cannot order the amount of items I used to. Yeah. So, you know, that is happening right now. They don't have the the financial means they used to have. Yeah.
And that seems like, you know, anyone who is a creative person making things right now, you know, is impacted in that way, you
Yes.
know. And I know with you and your stores, both of your stores are closed, right?
Yes,
So,
correct.
and there aren't really tourists coming to Los Angeles because no one's really traveling right now,
Yeah.
you know. So you know, I know that everyone's really suffering here. So I do love that you have that connection with them and you can check in with them and see
Yeah. So
what's
one
going
thing that we, you know, my husband and I, because this is a family business, like literally, this is a family business. Okay, this is my husband, myself, and our 10-year-old, 11-year-old. Sometimes, you know, he helps. You know, so we were like trying to come up with something that could sell, right? And we came up with, now I'm going to need some help because I was supposed to hold this cell phone on a stand. Maybe my husband can help if he can hear me. Okay, so we came up with this, okay? And what is this? I mean, this is literally this is new, like as of today, okay? Oh, by the way, this is some of our items. I would love to talk to you about the meaning of the colors, you know, everything. But right now, so the Wayu people are not selling bags right now. So we came up with this idea, masks. So this mask is something that can or means entry, financial entry for the Wayu people. They need the top part out of the thread they use, so it's not, you know, it's what they have. It is done in one thread, meaning that it's very, very minute knit. Then in the inside, they have a lining, okay, which is it's actually you know, like material like cotton, and also there is a space for a filter. Sorry, so there is a filter here. So it is a mask that generates, hopefully will generate entries for them, but also help us because it is, you know, it follows the CDC guidelines for non-medical masks, you know, and we actually did the test, and you know, covers your nose, your mouth, and it actually, you know, holds your breath in, which is, you know, the idea. So if you can, as you can see, nothing comes out, right? Or I mean, it will come, but it will go to the top and the bottom. So hopefully this idea of ours will help them, you know, and that's what we want. I mean, they are very hopeful we're also hopeful that this idea will work, and it is in our website.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So,
and the website is wuitusu.com, correct?
Oh, yes, it's www.wuitusu.com. And also, as you can see, I don't know, I'm going to show you a little bit the store. We have lots and lots and lots of items, which are not, unfortunately, in the website because each bag is unique. So it's really, really difficult to put everything online, right? But you can follow me in Instagram at Wuitusu, and I post what is new. And if you see something that is not in the website, just contact me. And, I'll help you find the right Mother's Day present, the right mask for you. We have bright colors because that is what one of the trademarks of Wayu items are the bright colors. Okay? It's beautiful when you meet them and when you see what they make. The bags are happy, they're bright yellows, bright oranges. And each bag either represents their clans, or their indigenous items, or their view of nature. Okay, so for example, this is a small bag in here. Okay, these designs are 100% Wayu. They have 19 traditional designs called canas, and this is one of them. It has a meaning. Unfortunately, I don't know the meaning of the 19 designs. Okay, but colors have meanings. So when you see a bag like this, oranges, purples, and pinks represent flowers. And green is vegetation, and blue represents the sky and the sea. So before an artisan makes a bag, she, has an idea of something that she wants to say something. Okay, so like for this one, I love this color combination. This is a clutch, by the way.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite traditional color combinations. In here, the browns symbolize the land because, the land, they live in a desert. So brown is the land and red is their blood. So if you analyze it, it's like honor the blood, honor the land, protect the land. Okay, so this is one of my favorite color combinations. Beautiful. Now, these bags, the ones that I'm showing you are crochet. Crochet bags are more traditional among Colombian Wayus. And these ones here, I don't know, do you see, like, it looks different. It looks like a towel or something, like a rug. These are done with a punch needle, and this work is traditional of Venezuelan Wayus. So they have their differences, yeah. But the colors symbolize the same thing, like yellow, the sun, the sky, the blood, and all that. So they make so much. I mean, these are like the extra large ones. Oh, by the way, I mean, animals are very important, right?
Of course.
Okay. So this one is a peacock.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Symmetry is very important. So something like this will be symmetrical. Like, we're used to seeing mandalas, right? So they love symmetry. Like these ones, also symmetrical work. Yeah. And then these are like very popular bags. Okay, unicolor. The design is in the strap. Okay. But these ones are my favorite. They are called one thread bags, and they are the I would say like top of the line. These are the ones that what you people make for themselves. So they need to show off their skills. And you can see it is like very fine, very delicate thread, lots of designs. And if you see the bottom, there's also design there.
Oh.
So they spend, or they can spend 1 month making a bag like this.
Wow.
Yes, and it's something that, you know, you keep it, it goes through generations, you know. Now, these ones are done with 2 threads. They can make them faster, as well as this kind. So the most of the bags I have in the store are 2 threads, and they take like maybe 10 days to make. So
Wow.
there is so much, you know, like to know, and the culture is represented in these bags. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really beautiful. I love how they use the bags to tell stories about, you know, what's important to them. I think that's so cool.
Yes, and it's usually their traditions and nature. You know, they live really close to nature, and if you see, I will say that half of the bags represent nature and half of them represent their traditional clans, or you know, yeah, those 2 concepts are usually, you know, what you see in the bags.
Wow, that's really beautiful. And they make hats as well, is that correct?
Yes, so here is the wall, the hat wall. And it is interesting because hats are usually made by men, okay? So this is work that men do. Let's see here. This is an extra large hat, which is really, really cool. So men hand make these hats. Okay, this is a more, you know, normal size, smaller. And men also make pompons. Okay, the pompons, these straps. So here, this is just a strap, okay, that you can use with bags you already own, right? Just to give it a bit of color to your outfit. Well, men usually make these straps, okay? The hats, the pompons, and also sandals. So we have items, you know, like sandals are here. Yes, so these are made by men, and our items are actually vegan because, you know, they traditionally, where you people don't use leather, it's too expensive. So we have like vegan leather. So here we have all kinds of sandals, and each one different. So it's like a party in here. Okay. They also make, I don't know if you can see here, these are for the house. These are, oh man, I forgot the name. Cojines.
Like in the kitchen, maybe?
No, these are for the living room, for your sofa. So these are cushion covers. So, thank you.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute. So it goes over a normal, like, little cushion that you would have on your couch.
Yes, correct. They also make, let's see, we have here swimsuit covers. So usually I see like younger you girls wearing them, okay? And of course they will look great, you know, when we can finally go to a beach or go to a festival, you know, they will look great in there. They make new things, you know, like new designs like backpacks. Okay? So this is new. These are, you know, like the clutches I show you, but these ones have straps. Okay? Short handle bags. Okay. Now this is a design that moms love. Okay. So either we have them with unicolor and with lots of designs. We also have here tote bags. Okay. And extra large. So these are the ones that they wear these ones to travel. These are their suitcases.
Mm.
And they will wear this on their foreheads so that they will be hands-free. Yeah, have you seen it?
I have not seen it. What?
Okay.
So the strap goes
Yes,
around the forehead?
yes. So they will wear it like this. Okay.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I love that.
And
Anti-
then they will have their bag, personal bag, across their bodies, and
Mhm.
this one on their forehead. So it means they're hands-free, to take care of children or anything that happens, during the journey. So these are traditional, very traditional bags. Of course, we
Beautiful.
don't need to wear them on our foreheads, but I think it's, yeah, why not? I think it's always good to know what, when we buy something, to know the meaning of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is not just one bag. There is so much, in it. And it's good, like you buy something and you appreciate it and you love it and you get to understand the people that made it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we also have few things that I find very interesting. This is a handmade hammock.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like this is
Wow.
crochet here, and then the rest of the hammock was made using a very simple loom. And traditionally, when a Wayu woman is pregnant, she will start making one hammock for her child, and that child will use that hammock for the rest of his life. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what I said, is that we need to understand
Mm-hmm.
what we're buying, right? That
Yeah,
is,
so cool. The stories behind it really bring each piece to life.
yeah. Well, I think I'm a frustrated, um, I wanted to study cultures, and it didn't happen. So right now I have the opportunity, by working with these people so closely, I learn more and more. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And right now, are you in your Hollywood store or your Santa Monica store?
Yeah, we are at the Hollywood store. We are basically, let me see if I can go out. We are by the steps that lead to the Oscars. So I'm gonna, yeah. I don't know if you can hear the Hollywood noise. So this is our store, Wuitusu, and we're right here,
The mall at Hollywood and Highland, right?
Hollywood and Highland. Yes. Let me go inside because it's Hollywood. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. The noise is less. Yeah. So we're at Hollywood and Highland.
Mhm.
And then the first store is at Santa Monica Place. We're closed, of course. Um, the stores are closed, but we still have responsibilities and bills to pay. As many small businesses, we apply for the business, the grants.
Mhm.
It hasn't happened yet.
Mm.
So we are working hard to increase our online presence.
Mm.
So yeah, so Wuitusu.com, at Wuitusu. Okay, right now we have free shipping in the USA
Mm.
if you purchase $35 or more, and we also have a code. Okay, MTP, Melrose Trading Post. Yeah. So it's going to be valid until the 6th of this month, 3 days, and
Mm.
it will give you 10% off besides the free shipping.
Oh, wonderful. So everyone write that down. Code is MTP for Wuitusu.com. And I've pinned my comment so you can tap directly to their Instagram. Uh, You can see it right there, at Wuitusu. Yes, because I have seen a few people asking how they could purchase things. So the website's the best way to go, but you're also showcasing things on your Instagram that might not be on your website.
Yes, and I mean, and you can contact me, um, direct message me if you have any questions, if there's something you saw here but you didn't see it in the website, or you don't see in the website, I can help you. I'm quite good at it. Yeah.
Right.
And yeah.
And I know there's also, besides, of course, the social enterprise of you working with the YU people, you also work with an organization helping children.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. There is an organization here in Los Angeles called Helping Children in Venezuela. You can find them on Facebook. And since we opened our stores, we have been working with them directly. Things are not well in my home country in Venezuela. And sadly, children and the elderly suffer, right? They're the groups that suffer the most. Mm-hmm. So this organization here, we get together and we, if they have a fund, an event, I show up, I sell Wuitusu items, and they receive 50% of the profits. We also, the Santa Monica store is an official donating point, for food and medicine and shoes, things that children, will need. So we work together. They're helping children in Venezuela. And, and because I think it's like we need to help. Mm-hmm. Of course, we need to be sustainable as a business, We need to cover expenses and make money so that we can always be here, but also we need to be here to help others. Mm-hmm. So yes, we work together, yeah.
Lisette, it is really beautiful what you've built. I'm just so impressed. I've learned a little more, although I knew some of it before, of course, but I've learned a little more about what you do and the passion that you bring to what you do, and uplifting communities of people. And, thank you so much. It's really incredible that you brought this.
Thank you so much.
I love it. It's really beautiful that you can connect us with the stories of people that we may never meet. And support a whole village of people that we may never meet through your work, and supporting this organization too, helping children in Venezuela. Thank you. It's been so fun talking to you today.
Thank you so much for giving us the chance. We appreciate it. And we're here to help, okay?
Of course, yes. I love it so much. Thank you, Lisette. Everyone, please go support Wuitusu. And visit their website, follow them on Instagram, and if you're looking for a Mother's Day gift, Lisette, hook it up.
I'm here to help. Yes. Thank you, Natalie.
You're welcome, Lisette. All right, I'm gonna switch it over to just me now. Okay, so I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, bye. That was awesome. I hope you all enjoyed that. So again, Wuitusu.com, and I've pinned her account name down at the bottom, which is at Wuitusu. So definitely follow them, check them out, give them some love. If you can't buy something, definitely the social media support is always appreciated. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and then we're going to start a new one in just a bit with Nena from Nena's Organics. Hello everybody, welcome back in. I hope you enjoyed our session with Lisette of Wuitusu. We're going to start our next session with an incredible woman. Her name is Nena, and her company name is Nena's Organics. Let me get her on here. All right, Nena, you should be getting a little pop-up. There we go. Yay, Nena! Welcome.
Hey y'all. So how's everybody? Hey Natalie, thank you.
Hello, thank you for joining us today on MTP Live.
Okay.
Very good. So, I'm very excited that you're here with us because you sell organic health and beauty products. And I'm very excited to learn more about your passion for organic products and how you brought Nena's Organics to life.
Okay, so I have eczema. I have had it recently on my hands, but as you can see, it's gone now. And I've had it since I was about 3 years old, and I'm in my mid 60s now. So I've been going to the doctor to treat eczema for years. Everything that they gave me, it would work for a short period of time. After that, it stopped working. So what I did next was started doing research. And I started that in, I guess, my early 60s. And I couldn't find anything that would help or heal until I started doing this research. That's when I stumbled upon Vaseline, being that the product is rooted. Most of the medical prescriptions that I was given were based, the medicine would be infused with Vaseline. Vaseline is an emollient that sits on top of the skin. So if it's sitting on top of the skin, that means that it's not going to the root of the problem. And by it sitting on top, it really wasn't healing the skin. It would take twice as long, which is why they would give you such a large tube of it in a very low dosage. And it would take a long time for it to resolve the issue. So again, getting back to my research, I found the one emollient that would penetrate the skin, and that was shea butter. Then I started finding the different things that would heal it. There's several different things. Marula oil. I was putting some other products, hemp oil, a couple of other things in the product to make it work. I found that tea tree and lavender were very beneficial in resolving it. So I would infuse those with shea butter, a little bit of beeswax, kokum butter, which is also a good skin moisturizer. So eczema is a very, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Let me not even try. But anyway, it is brought on by your diet, by a lack of water in the body, and by stress. And so I had some experiences in my early 60s that led to the inflammation on my hands. And of course, when you scratch and you scratch somewhere else, you're spreading it. So I had to figure out what that was. Hence this product right here called the X Balm. The X Balm, I would apply it and it actually worked for me in about 2 to 3 days. Then I had a friend of mine, her daughter had it really bad all over her back. And she tried it and it helped, it worked for her. So she started using it. And then I had a coworker, because I was still working at the time, tell me that her son had a flare up. So he said he couldn't put this on his back. So for him, I created the X Spritz, which is made with aloe vera gel, witch hazel, and a couple of other ingredients. So he was able to spray it on his back, let it dry on its own, and his eczema went away. And then I started telling people, based on my research, what's the trigger for it? The triggers are primarily what you eat. So that means no white salt, white sugar, white flour, dairy, liquor. I think that covers it. There may be a couple of other things, but those are the primary things that people should avoid when they are affected with eczema, psoriasis, lichen planus, or even cradle cap, which is a form of a rash, which indirectly is eczema or psoriasis.
Oh, wow. I feel like I just learned so much. That's awesome. Because I know everyone's kind of had some kind of skin irritation or something. And, to connect that with your diet is really interesting. I really, it really opens up like, oh, another layer of like how I should be taking care of myself. So that's really Interesting. Thank you for sharing all that.
Yes.
Awesome. And so I'd like to know, you know, I get from your story that you had to search for alternatives from what was already out there. But I see that with the rest of your products, you continue to have organic and natural ingredients. And so, what's your journey with all these kinds of ingredients and using these oils and different things that you infuse your products with?
So after the success with the X Bomb, which is still ongoing and still quite successful, people started coming to me saying, oh, I'm having an issue with pain. So then I came up with a magnesium balm. Magnesium, because the body is deficient in that. So I took the magnesium, the flakes, I made it into a liquid, and then I infused that with the shea butter. And people would, I also put some arnica oil and a couple of other things, lavender or frankincense, some kind of oil to make it smell pretty. So they would rub that on those areas where they had pain, and they would experience relief almost instantly.
Wow.
So it started like, again, with the X Balm. And from there, we went on to other things like the magnesium balm for pain. And then some people were saying, hey, you know, I'm having these allergies. How do I get rid of the sneezing, the sniffling? And then I said, well, you need to change your diet first because you're eating things that are producing mucus in the body. I had breast cancer several years ago, and I was treated by my oncologist along with the homeopathic I call Dr. Sabi. And Dr. Sabi said, mucus is the root cause of disease in the body. Get rid of the mucus, you get rid of the disease. So the best way to get rid of the mucus is with black seed oil. Black seed oil is very bitter. So I found the black seed oil capsules that help get rid of the mucus. Also, sea moss gets rid of the mucus. So now I'm carrying these two products on my website and in my store. When you come to MTP, you will find these things in my booth because they're very instrumental in getting rid of the mucus. They're very good they're a very great source of potassium, iron. They help resolve thyroid problems, and they detoxify the kidneys.
Wow, that's really awesome. And so you mentioned, of course, the Melrose Trading Post. And so what brought you to the Melrose Trading Post, and how have you used the Trading Post to build your business?
So the Melrose Trading Post was a very good, rewarding experience for me. As a vendor, I've been vending around LA County for a while, had heard about Melrose Trading Post, never tried it. One day I decided I was going to be brazen. And I got there, I stood in line or got in line early. I think I got there about 6:30, got in the line. I saw all the people lining up, didn't know what that was about. So I jumped out of my car, got in line. And I didn't know any of these people, and they didn't know me. Oh, I'm sorry, I knew one guy, and he sells clothes. So I got in the line. They called my name because I was on the waiting list. They called my name. I got on. I had to wheel my stuff in. And I was surprised. I set up my tent, got everything laid out. I was near the entrance. People started coming in, didn't know me from a can of paint, started speaking. I spoke back. I was just stood there and smiled. They would smile, then they would come over. Then they actually started picking up my products, asking questions. My mouth fell open. I was overwhelmed with excitement. I ran into a vendor that I had met recently at another market, and I needed something to eat, and I needed to go to the bathroom. So she had another event that she was trying to get to, but she went back and got food for me. She brought the food. And then as the evening got longer, the guy across the way says, how's it going? I said, so far, so good. He says, need to go to the restroom? I said, yeah. He says, okay, I'll watch your booth. I didn't know this guy, but he was right across from me and he was selling clothes. So he stood in my booth while watching his, and I ran to the bathroom, came right back. Everything was there. He says, these people that are in my booth right now are waiting for you to get back because they want to buy some of your products. My mouth fell open. I was shocked. Like I said, I didn't know this guy. He didn't know me. I told him that a couple of people, though, that I noticed were going into his booth trying to pick up a couple things and sashay away. And I would flag him down and say, hey, look, you might want to check them out. And so he got them in time before they walked off.
Oh,
so
wow.
we established a bond. And that was overwhelming for me because, like I said, I don't know him. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. So that's a bond now that is now in place. Melrose Trading Post provides a wonderful experience from people all over the world. A lot of tourists come there to shop, for not only shop, but to enjoy music, to enjoy food, entertainment. And while they're enjoying all of that, they can find little eclectic pieces that they wouldn't find elsewhere.
Yep, it's really beautiful to hear it coming from you as someone who is literally at the market every Sunday that it's open. It's so cool to hear everyone's stories of, you know, their experiences there, because everyone has a different experience. There's so much going on, so many people, so many things to see. So thank you. I really appreciate that you shared all of that. And the thing that really makes the Trading Post special is the vendors. And so I love that people jumped in and were ready to help and support you, and with the community spirit of like, we're all in this together. You know, that's very, very characteristic of the vendors that we've worked with, to just really be supportive of each other. So
even when I was breaking down, there was a guy there that was willing to help me collapse my tent. I went and got my car. He was able to help me put it in my car. Again, this is somebody else. Didn't know him either. So when he helped me before he drove off, I saw a lady a couple of rows down from me. I wound up helping her after I got all my stuff in the car. She was just grateful. So we just pay it forward. And I'm just surprised that exists in this venue. It's a familial experience in this venue.
It is, you know, it's one of the things that we love about working with all the vendors. You know, it's a lot of people are really, really willing to step up and help each other out. And, you know, it just makes for a beautiful community.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I wanted to mention this, a couple of my other products that I have. I don't know if you can see behind me here. There's hair growth serum, and then around the way, I've got a couple of other items. These are things that I've just made today. And then I've got some others. I've got a men's collection called the Addison Collection, named after my husband, Paul Addison, which is men's colognes, soaps, body washes, and everything that I make is made from a plant or a flower. There are no preservatives. There's no additives. There's none of that. So it comes from a plant or a flower.
Very cool. And so are the things that you just made, are they already available on your website?
They are on the website, yes.
And could you give us a little shout out of your website?
Yes, it is Nena's or Nena's Organics, Nena Organics.com.
Perfect. All right. And then I've tagged your Instagram handle there. So if anyone's interested in connecting with you, they can do so directly right there.
Fabulous.
I love that. Yes. And so is there anything else you want to show us up close as far as your products? Because I know you have quite a line of products that you're working with there.
Yeah, I've got roughly 87 different products.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, after I created the X Balm and a couple of the other products that I have, people were coming to me saying, hey, I've got this issue. What do you have for that? So I would do my research, and then I would find a plant or a flower that would resolve it. And then I would make it. The only thing I would ask them is if they could come up with a name for it. Many of the time they would, many of the times they wouldn't. So one of the products, let me run around and grab it, is a friend of mine. I won't mention her name because she may not want people to know, but she had surgery. And she said that her doctor suggested that she get these oils and that she put those on her scar. So she gave me the oils, the name of the oils, and I blended them together. And once I put them together, she got the product, put it on, and it did actually reduce the scarring, and it got rid of the discoloration. And one of those products, I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for it as we speak, but I don't see it at the ready. But another product I created was that someone else was having problems with dark circles under their eyes. So I found things that would do that, that would resolve that. And that's how I came up with brightening balm. Just pat a little bit under the eyes or wherever you've had a scar and pat it there. In about 2 to 3 weeks, your skin will be reversed back to its normal skin tone, and the dark circles will vanish.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I think that, you know, I love how your product line is inspired by the people that come to you. I think that is so beautiful. I think that, it's a great way to run a business because right away, of course, there's an audience for it because someone's literally asking you for it, but then you get to share that remedy with anyone else who needs it. And I think that's really beautiful.
So thank you. At the beginning of the pandemic, stores were running out of hand sanitizer. So people were asking me, Nena, do you have hand sanitizer? If you don't have it, you need to make it. Hence, organic hand sanitizer made with 91% alcohol.
Nice.
And I also put some tea tree oil in it to get rid of some of the other bacteria that your hands may be susceptible to. So it's killing all of those germs that you may come in contact with as a result of the touching various things.
Wow, that's
so
awesome.
Here it is. It's 4 ounces. They're $10. Of course, if you buy in volume, discounts will be applied. For everyone that is tuning in today on MTP Live, I am offering free shipping if they mention they heard about me through MTP.
Beautiful. Okay, so everyone, remember, you have to mention that you heard about her through MTP to get that discount. That is awesome.
And if they spend over $100, of course, the shipping is included. Plus, I'll send out a couple of samples as well.
Nice. That is great. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I think, we all can use some hand sanitizer at this point, and I think for a lot of the time to come because of, everything that's happening. But I'm curious to know how the pandemic has affected your business.
It has impacted it greatly. Typically, I would go out anywhere from 5 to 6 times a week. Now I'm not going out at all. The very few orders that come in online, if they live within a 25-mile radius of my location at home, then I will do a curbside delivery free of charge. So wow. That is happening, and I'm surprised at the success of that because I tend to go out. Sometimes it's every day, sometimes it's every other day.
Okay.
Making deliveries or going to the post office to make a drop off, which I've got a couple of deliveries to make today and definitely some more tomorrow. So thank you.
Of course. Nice. And I hope more people on here, check out your website and place a few orders also.
Yes, that would be great.
Yes, definitely. And then, a lot of the businesses, of course, at the Melrose Trading Post rely on in-person, one-on-one interactions to make those sales. So is that something now that you're finding you have to adjust because you can't do this anymore?
Yes, I'm having to adjust quite a bit. What I've been doing is when someone has ordered from me or bought from me, the last time I was at MTP, I tend to go back and try to reach out to them on their Instagram feed, ask them if they're running low on something, especially if it was a healing product that they got from me. If they are running low, letting them know that I am here, ready to assist with a refill or whatever it is they need. The largest order I've received recently was for hand sanitizer. So I was in here whipping that together. My husband came out, he grabbed a spatula and he whipped up the last batch, which this is one of those that we put together.
Nice.
So it's still a challenge for us right now, but I do believe that things will change in time.
Yes, definitely. We're all hoping that things can safely open up soon, but things may still be different, of course, when we come back together. So
Yes.
I've seen a lot of vendors are really putting a lot of effort into their websites and selling online. And so obviously that's something you're working on too, and building up your website even more, right?
Yes. So what I'm forgetting is that when I create something for somebody that's asking for a specific product, I'm learning that I would create the product, put it in my inventory, go to MTP, put it in my booth, and then people were writing me, hey, I bought this at Melrose Trading Post. I don't see it on your website. And I just write back,
Mm.
it'll be there within the hour. And then, so I've had nothing but time right now to go to the website and upload all of those products that I've been making, which is how I can say that I have 87 different products on my website.
Mhm. Nice.
Yeah.
That's, it's really impressive what you do because it really is like you listen to the community and then you take action and you bring healing and wellness to people. I think that's just so beautiful. I love that you do that.
Thank
You've
you.
built something really special.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I did want to mention this, and I know we talked about it a bit ago, and that was of the Addison collection, which was named after my husband. That collection came to be because my husband has a beard, but whenever he would go to shave under his beard, he would put on the regular cologne and it would burn his skin, leaving a brown or a burn mark. So then I started researching what could I use in its place that would not burn his skin. And so I found aloe vera gel was great for that. So I took the aloe vera gel, infused it with some of the essential oils, hence men's cologne was born, men's bar soap, body wash, luxury body balm. So that's how the Addison collection was born.
That's so great. I love that inspiration. And
Yeah.
it sounds like he helps you out too, to get things ready to go. So I love
He's
that it's like a family business.
Yeah, so he's good at putting on the labels or answering questions, checking sometimes for typos when he's not busy working. He is a musician, so he is a creative, and his input has been astronomical in establishing Nena's Organics and helping it grow.
That's wonderful. So we have just a couple more minutes. Is there anything else you'd like to share with everyone who's on live and everyone who'll be watching later on?
Yes. So while at MTP, I met a lady who came into my booth. She tried the lotion. I sprayed some on her. And she says, are you willing to teach a class to, say, 40 of my closest friends? I looked to
Wow.
the left, looked to the right, and I said, okay. Never taught a class before, but I'm now working on a class to teach 40 of her closest friends how to make one of my lotions.
Wow. That is really interesting. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a way to maybe record it and have it be a part of your website because I'm sure
Yes,
lots
we're
of people
definitely,
would be interested
yeah.
in that.
We're definitely going to do that.
Hmm.
And I'm working with another friend to create a class called Vending 101.
Mm.
That's where we teach brand new vendors that are coming to the market everything they're going to need before they get there. And then we'll introduce them to roughly 365 different events around Los Angeles, the main one being Melrose Trading Post,
Yay.
if they are to vend. And like I say, it tells them everything they're going to need, the canopies, the tables, the insurance, which is very essential because many places won't allow you to vend without it.
Mm-hmm.
And the different resources you're going to need in order to process payments, because you can't, some people do, but it's always best to have everything at your fingertips when you roll out. Make sure you
Yeah.
bring something to drink, something to eat, have credit card processors, and make sure you come to the market with ample change. because you're not necessarily going to be able to rely on your neighbor or the market to be able to provide change.
That is really awesome. I didn't know you were putting that together. I would love to share that on our website or whatever you guys are open to, but I think that would be a really great resource for anyone thinking about starting a business and doing a pop-up. Because really, it can be intimidating to start something like that, but to get advice from someone who's already experienced with it is really cool. I love that you're doing that.
Yeah, I remember my first time going out. I went out with just my products and a card table. And the young lady said, "You don't have a canopy or a tent?" I go, "What's that?" She says, you're here 2 hours early. You've got time to go to Walmart and get one." Ran to Walmart, got one, and I've been taking notes ever since. So it's not only going to be me, but another vendor by the name of Shady Business Mobile, who makes these funky sunglasses. Although these are not sunglasses. She makes funky sunglasses. And the name of her business is Shady Business Mobile 1. And she and I are going to be teaching the class, telling you everything you're going to need to be a successful vendor in any market, specifically focusing on Melrose Trading Post, because that's where I've had the greatest amount of success in this business.
That is awesome. Wow, Nena, thank you for sharing that. We're definitely going to connect after on that. And,
Sure.
I'd love to share that with everyone because that just sounds awesome.
Sure.
Oh, very cool. And also, if anyone's interested in your lotion online class, so that is going to be a class that you're doing first, and then you're going to put it on your website after for people to watch.
Yes.
And do you know when that's going to happen?
After the pandemic. So we were in the middle of scheduling it when the pandemic hit. So I'm ready on my end. She's ready on her end. In fact, she came into my booth. She left. She bought some products. She left, and she left her products. So I'm constantly looking for her in the marketing. As you know, there's a huge influx and outflux of traffic on row Y, which is where I was positioned. And I kept on looking for her. I kept on calling her, only for her to come back, because I texted her and said, "Don't leave the market without your products." She came back and she said, "So far I've had 17 people confirm that they are interested." So we were getting ready to schedule a date, and that's when the pandemic hit and everything came to a screeching halt.
Well, I'm hoping that you get to do it soon and that it'll be safe for us to gather and to share our knowledge as you do. Nena, thank you so much. I really appreciate that you took the time to chat with me and to share about what you do and to share your organic products with us. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate it. Looking forward to the reopen.
Yes, me too. And so that's Nena's Organics, Nena, on Instagram, and nenaorganics.com, correct?
Nena's Organics.
Nena, yes. Okay, and then just go ahead and give her a little follow, like all her photos, and then go check out her website and all the 87 different products that she has to help you through this pandemic and beyond. And get your hand sanitizer.
Yes, please.
Yes, and Nena, any final words before we go?
Make sure that you wash your body, your hands, and sanitize your areas on a regular basis. My husband is the resident sanitizer, so he is wiping down doorknobs, countertops, everything while I'm in the kitchen cooking. So that's it. Be careful. Continue to remain safe, and I look forward to seeing you all when the market reopens. Otherwise, I'll see you online.
Beautiful. Yes. Thank you, Nena, so much. I'm going to go ahead and switch it over. So thank you again, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. That was very fun. Definitely go check out Nena's Organics and all of her products. And if you have an ailment, she might be able to just come up with a product for you. So definitely get in touch with her. And yeah, that was so fun. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and start a new video. And when we come back, we will have a musical performance from Sydney Raneé who has played on the main stage a few times. Well, more than a few times, really, at our market. And she's always a favorite. The crowd goes crazy for her. So we're so excited to have her here. Hello. Okay, so up next we have Sydney Raneé, who's going to do a special music performance for us from home. She is a singer and songwriter and producer from Los Angeles, and she released her project titled Drop My Guard a few months ago, and it is available on all digital platforms. I like to listen to it on Spotify, but it's available everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and join. Hey, let's see. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Are we in there?
Hey.
The camera?
I think I think so, maybe. There we go.
Live if you can't tell.
Hey. Beautiful. How are you two?
We are great. This is Matteo Calvani for those of you joining. Yeah, we're excited to do this. We love Melrose. We love you, Natalie. Thank you for having
us. Of course, yeah.
There, we miss Melrose so much.
Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead. I have a little screen I'm going to put up, and then you guys can just go ahead and get started, okay? So flip this. There we go. Yay.
All right, well, we're going to kick it off with an original. The song is on the project Drop My Guard, and this one is called Moonlight. You keep waiting on something to find you. Been searching all over the world. Look over here. You know you want to be, 'cause you might have found your next girl. And I ain't worried about no problems. Don't let the storm get to you. 'Cause if you got them, baby, they're mine. Boy, have no fear. Don't have it, baby. No, don't have it, baby. Let's kiss under the moonlight. So if you're ready, done, you got to let me know. Been waiting long for you. I'm starting to glow beneath the moonlight. I wanna stare in your eyes and let you turn me on. Make me feel alive. Show a light, show a light. Hate to make that. Yeah. So if I show you, would you stop falling? Would you stop falling? Promise I'll get you. Promise I'll get you and I'll never let go. Just give me this one chance to prove it. You know, no, no. You know. So if you're ready, darling, you got to let me know. Been waiting long for you. I'm starting to glow beneath the moonlight. I wanna stare in your eyes and let you turn me on. Make me feel alive. So alive. Whoa. Yeah. I just want your love. I just want your love. I just want your love. Oh, yeah, give it to me, baby. So if you're ready, darling, you got to let me know. Been waiting long for you. I'm starting to glow beneath the moonlight. I wanna stare in your eyes and let you turn me on. Make me feel alive. So alive. Let's kiss under the moonlight. of you, baby. Let's kiss under the moonlight. Yeah. I see a couple of friends and family in the comments. Hi. Yay. Love y'all. We're going to move on to something that you may know. Throwback to the 90s, because I love the 90s. And if you do know the song, feel free to sing along. I know I can't hear you, but, you know, we're just going to vibe. Till I feel with facing a problem, you love me no longer. I know maybe there is nothing I can do to make you do. Mama tells me I shouldn't bother, that I ought to stay to another man, a man that surely deserves me, but I think you do. So I cry, I pray, and I beg. Love me, say that you love me. Fool me, go on and for me. Love me, pretend that you love me. Leave me, say that you need me. So I cry and I pray for you to love me, say that you love me. Fool me, go on and for me. I can't care about anything but you. Lately I have desperately pondered, spend my nights awake, and I wonder what it could have done another way to make you stay. Reasons would not lead to solutions. I will end up lost in confusion. Say I don't care if you really care, as long as you don't go. So I cry, I pray, and I beg. Love me, say that you love me. Fool me, go on and for me. Love me, pretend that you love me. Leave me, say that you need me. So I cry and I beg for you to love me, say that you love me. For me, go on and for me. I can't care about anything but you. Anything but you. Love me. Fool me. Love me. I can't care about anything but you. All right, we're gonna move on to my favorite song ever made. Written by Stevie Wonder, but performed by Rufus. I'm a big Shaka Khan fan, and this is "Tell Me Something Good." Yeah. You ain't got no kind of feeling inside. refuse to put anything before your pride. But baby, what I got to give will not go by your sides with it. Tell me something good. Tell me, baby. Tell me that you love me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got no time is what you know to say. Oh, I'll make you wish there were 48 hours to each day. Yeah, baby. The problem is you ain't been loved like you should. Oh, no, no. But baby, what I got to give will show up to you good. They doesn't tell me something good. Tell me, baby. Tell me that you love me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, 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 oh. Tell me that you like it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now we're gonna have a little fun with this one. Do a little bit of a medley for you. Some other Shaka Khan tunes. And I know I can't see y'all, but if you know it, sing along. Hey. You're my heat, I'm a fire. You're not mine, and I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? You'll be now, or I go crazy. You're my heat, I'm a fire. You're not mine, and I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? You'll be now, or I go crazy. Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Oh, ah, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Through the fire, to the limit. Through the fire, to whatever. Through the fire, to the limit. Through the fire, to whatever. Through the fire, to the limit. Through the fire, to whatever. Through the fire, to the limit. Through the fire, to whatever. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Oh, that makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody, baby, loves me better than you. I feel for you. I think I love you. I feel for you. I think I love you. Hey, 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 hey. Shaka Khan, let me love you, Shaka Khan. Let me love you, cause all I wanna do, Shaka Khan, let me love you, Shaka Khan. Let me love you, cause I feel for you, Shaka Khan, let me love you, Shaka Khan. Let me love you, cause all what I wanna do, Shaka Khan, let me love you, Shaka Khan. Oh, 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 oh. for you. I think I love you. I feel for you. I think I love you, love you, love you. So much. All right, we're gonna move on to a little bit of a new school. I really love Daniel Caesar and the song that he did with Brandy. It's called Love Again. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but if you do, that's cool. If not, here's something new for you. I wait for my summer. Wish I could call you up. Wish I could put your love on me. Boy, you got my number. Wish I could feel your touch. Wish you could find a love on me. You never know in the chill. Always talk about keep it real. Only till you had it feel. Then you wanna cry, you will. Really thought you knew the thing. Yeah. Oh, well, I guess that's what happens when two fools be falling in love. Mixing some pain with some passion. Oh, if you can, take my hand. I promise we'll find love again. Love again. Oh, if you can, take my hand. I promise we'll find love again. Hey. Whoa, yeah. Oh, you don't even say what's up. Round your boys, you ass so tight, like you never been in love. If you don't quit that, then no. On this way you won't end up. I promise you may think that I'm crazy. You might not hurt around me, but you trust in me, baby. Oh, I wait for my slumber. Wish I could call you up. Wish I could put your love on me. Boy, you got my number. Wish I could feel your touch. Wish you could all on me. Well, if nothing ever will change. Oh, I'm caught between your love and a hard place. Oh, I wish there was a bright way. Oh, I'm caught between your love and a hard place. Oh, 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 yeah. All right. Before we say goodbye, but just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's Sunday. I know we're in quarantine. There's really nowhere else you could be, but we appreciate you being here. Let's do a 17. No, LA Boys. We're going to move on to a tune that's also on the Drop My Guard EP. It's called LA Boys. Born and raised in LA, dated in LA, and I wrote a song about it. No shade to all. It's not, no, sorry. No shade to LA Boys altogether. Just the ooh, la 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 la. Yeah. LA boys, they fine, but they'll drive you crazy. They'll destroy your whole heart, leave you shaking. And I've been through a few, and still haven't learned my lesson. And I know to be true. God, the love, baby, it's a blessing. 'Cause he was my time, and he was never mine. He's too busy talking to that chick on Slauson. Had to get in line, let it blow up his mind. Love's a trip, it always keeps you guessing. And I'm trying to fall, we're feeling the same. He won't love me in the right way. I doubt the cards, and he played the game. Said I feel so down, it's a damn shame. LA boys, put it down without you even knowing. Give you joy, and turn around and leave you bruised and broken. And I keep them all of me. About 10 years, and I didn't see this coming. I never ever thought I'd be no girl that's staring right in front of me. And I'm trying to fall, we're feeling the same. It won't love me in the right way. I tell the cards, and he plays the game. Said I feel so dumb, hey, it's a damn shame. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah.
Yay.
We got one more for you. Natalie, it's your choice. Do you think TLC or some Childish Gambino?
Ooh, that's a hard choice.
It is, and it very soon.
Let's go with TLC today.
See? Mateo's got it. Yeah. Scrub is a guy who thinks he's fine, who is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his throne. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't want to give you mine, and I don't want to meet you nowhere. I don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride. Stop pressing me, cause his game is kinda weak. And I know that he cannot approach me, cause he's looking like that, talking that trash, can't deal with the deadbeat. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, I know. I don't wanna meet you nowhere. I don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to understand me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride. You don't have a car and you're walking. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. You live at home with your mama. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. If you have a shorty that you don't shoot up. Oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want no scrubs. No scrubs. No scrubs. No. Thought I end up with Sean, but it wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky. Now I listen and like. Even almost got married. And the peak, I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, 'cause he was an angel. One to me love, one to me patience, one to me pain. Now I'm so amazing. Sad love and I know, but that's not what I see. Look what you lost, look what you done me in for, babe. I say thank you, next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. I'm so freaking grateful for my ex. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is some guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to understand me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is some guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to understand me. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can check us on all digital platforms. Also follow on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all that jazz. Thank you, Natalie, and thank you, Melrose Trading Post. Love you guys.
Yes. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you both. That was so awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I was trying not to like snap or clap too hard. Yeah, that's amazing.
Tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thanks everyone who's here with us. Sydney will be back with us on May 17th. So check out her feed again.
Because clearly I don't know what month we're in.
Oh man, yeah, so everyone go check out Sydney on all platforms. Listen to all her music, download it, buy it, do what you gotta do to support her. We miss being able to see you in person perform, because you're so dynamic and so awesome and so fun. And, I just really appreciate that you brought this to the live feed today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I can't wait till next time.
Yes!
So, guys, I'll have to remember that too, so I don't say March 17th, but May 17th.
May 17th. We'll see you again.
All right. See you again. Bye, Natalie.
All right. Thank you. Bye. All right. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to be back at 2 o'clock. So that's 15 minutes. We're going to be back at 2 o'clock with Allie of Obsidian Essentials. So.
All right, welcome back in. Hello. Welcome in. So next up, we're going to be joined by Allie of Obsidian Essentials. Allie, I'm going to go ahead and bring you in.
Here she comes. Yay.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm really good. As good as you can be in quarantine.
Yeah, right? There we go.
Yes, trying to stay positive and just stay productive and keep myself going, as I'm sure everyone is.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Allie, I'd love for you to give us a little introduction on your business and how you and Lexa came up with Obsidian Essentials.
Yeah, well, the project itself started as a coping mechanism, which turned, passion project, which turned small business, thanks to the help of Melrose Trading Post. You guys have done a ton for us in kind of creating this little thing that we have. So it's great. We started basically with succulents and little small arrangements with crystals inside. And I was just doing that kind of as a coping mechanism, dealing with depression and anxiety and such. And I actually was thinking, I kind of want to sell these. I want to do something more because this makes me so happy. Like, how can I turn this into something that, will do good not only for me, but for others as well. So I reached out to my best friend, Lexa, and I was like, hey, I have this crazy idea. Are you willing to do it with me? It's going to take time. It's going to take effort, but I think it'll work. And she's like, dude, anything you need, I got you, 100%, let's do this. So we, grew just from doing the succulent arrangements and started doing candles. And it was just, it's something that we love candles. We're personally big candle lovers. So when we were able to create a candle that, we were just so obsessed with, something we wanted to burn all the time, it was like, let's share this with everyone. Let's put something out that makes us feel so good, and we can try to convey that feeling to others through what helps us. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
So you said that you brought your business to the Melrose Trading Post. So can you talk about that journey and what brought you to the Post and how you've used it to grow your business?
Yeah, definitely. It was actually funny. I was on my Snapchat memories a couple days ago, and I saw the first time I ever went to Melrose Trading Post, and it was 3 years ago. And I remember my friend hitting me up that day, and I was like, hey, we should go check this out. They're really known for, all the antiques and all the, the records and all this cool stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's go see it. I'm so down. So glad I did. And that put you guys on the map in my mind. I remember going to the Tea Vibes little booth over in the corner and getting the little lavender lemonade and just meeting people that now are friends. And back then I had no idea that was where I was going to end up. So, when I went to go sell these succulent arrangements and whatnot, it's what market would be someplace that I would feel intrigued by just being at. And so I went on the Melrose Trading Post website and I was like, what, I'm going to apply. Probably never get called, but I'm going to apply. And I think it was 2 days later, James called me. And when I tell you I was jumping up and down in excitement, I was like, oh my gosh, we got in. We're doing this. This is a real thing. We were just so humbled and excited to get the opportunity. And it has been amazing for us with Melrose. It's become such a family. Even now we're going through all this and we've still found a way to remain a family. And the sense of support that we get from the patrons of Melrose is unmatched to anything else. They're so supportive of just new ideas and small businesses. And it's such a beautiful thing to see. And I think coming to Melrose is honestly what we were kind of meant to do, is where we were meant to be. Absolutely.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. You're kind of just you feel like I'm supposed to be here. I see this memory and it's how did I know? And the video I have specifically is walking through the Y section and you can see our little booth in the corner. And it was just that feeling of I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. We are doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And yeah, it's such a blessing.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. And so when did you start your business? Was it 3 years ago?
Well, actually, so we started in December of last year. Yeah, December 2019 is when we started. So we are very new, little baby company. But yeah, it's a total passion project. It's been something that's so rewarding and it's brought me and my best friend closer than I could have ever imagined. It's one thing to trust a friend, but it's another thing to say, hey, I have a business idea and I want to put, our finances together and our ideas together. And it's it's made us a lot closer. And I'm so thankful that she's such a good friend and has been so supportive of all the ideas. And she's just great. You know, you can bounce those ideas off a friend and just, you know, nothing beats that.
I love that. You know, at Greenway Art Alliance, we have 2 artistic directors. And some people look at that and go like, how does that work exactly? But I've seen it work in action, and it's just they work off of each other. And it's so cool when you have that partner that just you click with and you know you can trust, and you know that synergy that comes from that, you know, creates really great things.
Oh, so. Absolutely. I'll have an idea and, you know, my brain goes like 1,000 miles an hour. I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. We should do this. We should do that. And she kind of stands back and is like, okay, are you done? Okay, one thing at a time. Let's slow down, you know, and that's something I think that I need as a person. And then, you know, when she's feeling not motivated or whatnot, I'm like, hey, we got this. Like, we can do it. Like, look how much like success and look how far we've come and how many, you know, how many people are now holding one of our candles and really like, you know, feeling the same joy that we feel. So it's been amazing to have this partnership with her. Absolutely.
That's so cool. So, you know, obviously we're in this pandemic right now. We're on quarantine.
Yes.
And so how has that impacted your business specifically?
Yeah, well, you know, us being so new, our first market ever was at Melrose, and that's something that we felt so at home. We're like, we don't want to do anything else. This Melrose is our home. We're good and we're happy here. And so it has kind of, you know, we relied on Sundays to really be face-to-face with people, and we crave that. Like even now, you know, this is great, but we crave that face-to-face interaction with everybody, you know, even if it's buying a candle or just saying hi, you know, just getting that energy from other people. So, you know, we don't get that. We don't get that, you know, encouragement. And, but at the same time, it has given us time to really focus on the other aspects of our business. You know, one thing we were putting to the side was our website. You know, we were so focused on selling in person and just having those interactions that we just never really paid attention to our website. It just kind of fell on the back burner. So it's given us that time to be like, okay, now let's, you know, we have to separate from this. So let's work on, you know, something that we were completely ignoring, to be honest. So it's, yeah, and it's been pushing us harder. I think it's given us both an opportunity to stand back and say like, okay, you know, our lives were so go, go, go. What, with all this time we have, what do I need to do for myself to kind of grow as a person and heal and whatever else you were putting off because of work and all this other stuff. So it's been a blessing and a curse. But we definitely felt an unreal level of support from the people around us. So it's been great just to see that, especially during a time like this. You know, you wouldn't expect to see too much, or, you know, everyone has other things to worry about, but the fact that, you know, we're still getting such great support is amazing.
That's great. You know, we were talking about it with Nena, you know, on the previous one where we were talking about how the vendors at the trading post naturally kind of help each other, and kind of they find the new people and help the new people too. So I've definitely seen people reaching out to each other online, and in our meetings that we have, our weekly Zoom calls, you know, people are collaborating. And it's so inspiring. And I know you're like in talks with some people to collaborate too.
Yeah.
Anything to share on that yet?
Yeah, we don't have too many. You know, we're obviously doing a candle collaboration with another MTP artist. We are really excited. You know, it's moving slowly but surely, but we just want to make sure that we iron out like all the details perfectly. But we're really excited. We think it's going to be such a positive project, and it's going to be a candle that you can put in your home and really feel the love coming from us and the support that, you know, we feel from everyone. We're really trying to channel that into, you know, something we can put into everyone's homes.
I love that. And so what makes your candles and your succulents so special?
Well, you know, just besides the intention and the love that we do put into them, you know, it's personally, when it comes to candles, I like to do something with a very bubbly, bright smell, because I feel like that just makes you feel good, you know, when you walk into a room where you need a pick-me-up, just to have that very bright, fun smell. And I feel like with everything, you know, as far as our smells go, we really try to convey that. I actually have a couple of my favorites in front of me right now. My number one favorite, I'm obsessed with this one. Everyone will hear me talk about it. It is part of our Valentine's Day collection that we did, and we ended up just keeping them because they were such hits. This is the Lust candle. It's a very flirty smell. It's a sparkling pomegranate mimosa. So I love to burn this when I'm doing my makeup or, you know, just doing some skincare, because it just makes me feel confident. Such a bubbly, bright smell. So this is like our confidence candle right here. For the intention of this one is really just to feel wholesome and to just give yourself self-love and attention. So I love this candle just by the message, the meaning, everything. By far my favorite. Our next favorite that everyone has is Clarity. Clarity is a lavender and sweet lemon. So you really get that calming lavender, but then you get that nice little kick of that lemon. So it's very invigorating, but not enough to wake you up. That's why we call it a bath time candle, because it's just so calming at the end of the day. You just burn this candle and almost feel like you can breathe. It's just such a fresh, nice smell. So I love that we are able to make people feel the same way that we feel when we smell them.
And can we see the top of the candle?
Yeah, absolutely. I have my little slideshow. I don't know if you can see it too well.
Yeah.
This here. This is our Lust candle. So they do come with a not only the color and the glitter to match the intention, but they also come with the crystal to go along with it as well. So this one has a clear quartz just to amplify. This one here, our Success candle, this one has a citrine on the top. So these ones are just basically for like financial stability, wealth. It all just kind of goes hands in hand with the message of the candle. And this one is one of my favorites on the top here.
Yes, that one's beautiful.
Love the gold glitter on this one.
And that's the lavender and lemon one, right?
Yes, yeah, that one is just an all-time favorite. That one at the market, we open up that candle, people are walking by and they're like, wait, oh, it's sweet. Where's that one? Yeah, I love that one. It's just so, like, you can just open the candle itself and sit it in a room and you're gonna smell that candle.
Oh, nice. And then, well, now that you're doing things mostly online, are you still doing the succulent arrangements, or are you focusing in on the candles?
We're definitely focusing on our candles and the crystals that we have. We actually just put in stock a lot of crystals and stuff. But yeah, the succulents have been something that's a little more difficult with us because we do have our clay pots. So they're not very light when it comes to shipping and whatnot. It can get very expensive, and personally, I wouldn't want anyone to pay too much for shipping. So that's something that we're kind of holding off on for right now. And we're really just putting the focus and love into the candles.
Nice. And so those are the 3 scents that are available on the website?
We actually, overall, I think right now we have 8 in stock.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are just kind of like our top 3 best sellers. Our newest one is actually our Solace candle. This one is really good for just kind of a peace of mind. It's a very clean smelling candle. This is kind of one for people that don't want too much of like an aroma in their home. They get a little overwhelmed easier. This one is a coconut vanilla candle. So it's a lot, gentler on the nose. It's a very good kitchen candle as well. So this one has the calcite on the top. Yeah. So that's our newest one. They are all available online, and we actually have a 20% off going for Mother's Day right now. So your entire purchase online is 20% off. And then also anyone local to me, I believe I have it to post on our page. Anyone within 7 miles of me locally, I do free doorstep delivery as well.
Nice. Oh, that's great. Well, that's such a great Mother's Day gift too.
Oh, everyone loves candles. It's just such a winner. No one's ever gonna look at a candle and be like, I'm okay. Like, candles are just, yeah, everyone loves a candle.
Absolutely. I definitely do. And working at the Trading Post, I have a lot of candles.
I can only imagine. There's so many great candle vendors. I walk around, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want them all.
Yeah, and everyone just has cornered like a unique thing, a unique smell, a unique, whatever it is, intention with each candle. So,
Absolutely.
It's so cool what everyone comes up with. I love everyone's creativity involved with bringing it to the same medium.
Yeah. Exactly. No, it's great. It's great to see what everyone comes up with, and just the little differences and all the unique smells is just, it's great. It's fantastic. I love it.
Very beautiful. So, Allie, what is your website?
Our website is obsidianessentials.com, just like our Instagram tag. And then we do right now have the code MOM20 for 20% off at checkout.
Ooh. All right, MOM20. Make sure you write that down, everybody. MOM20 for the discount. All right, and Allie, is there anything else you want to say to the folks that are watching live and the folks that'll watch later?
Actually, I want to take a moment. You guys can see me glowing. I promise it's not sweat. I actually just recently purchased a body. Let me grab this real quick. It's a buttered face oil from Asia L. I bought two because I knew I was already going to be obsessed. I was like, let me just get two and get it out of the way. Obsessed. I just put it on my grandma. I was like, you have to try this stuff. It's amazing. I've been using it for 2 days and my skin is already like night and day to how dry it was before. So this is, you guys, this is the way if you have dry skin right here.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's Asia L. She also sells at the Melrose Trading Post.
Yes.
It's a beautiful company as well, and they make really, really lovely smelling things, candles, or not candles, soap, body oils, beard oils.
Yeah, they have so much stuff. It's amazing. I love her skincare stuff. Yeah, I'm so excited to try more.
Yeah. Well, I love that little shout out to them. That was so sweet. And anything else to send off to the world?
You know, Melrose, I just miss all you guys. I miss the Melrose team. I'm sure Lexa does too. You know, our Sundays have been so empty without it, to be honest. We miss waking up early and being there. So to all the friends we've made, to everyone that goes to Melrose, we miss seeing your guys' faces on Sunday. And we really hope that everyone is staying home and staying safe. And we hope that we can get back to our normal Sunday ritual.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Allie. It was so fun chatting with you. And everyone go check out their website and their Instagram and follow them and like everything. Okay?
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I'll see you later, Allie.
Awesome. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So that was awesome. So remember, Mom 20, get your discount. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Yay! We did it! Hi! Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having us.
Yay! I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy it worked.
It was a little technical difficulty, but we figured it out.
Nice. Well, I'm happy you're here. I love that you're outside. And you have like a background set up with the jewelry and everything. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Yay! Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get started. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your beautiful earring company?
Well, we are Hawks Designer Earrings. My name's Kyilah, and I'm Kyilah. Kyilah Jackson. And we make one-of-a-kind handcrafted earrings made from the jacaranda tree.
Mm-hmm. And so what makes the jacaranda tree so special to you that you're making beautiful jewelry out of it?
Well, my mother, just making this a simple story. My mother saw these pots on the tree, and they were like just pots hanging, and she was like, "We're gonna make art out of these," and that's how we came up with the Hawks Designer Earring brand, and we're here today.
That is so cool. It is such a beautiful tree, and when you see it flower and purple, you know, it's such a beautiful thing. But I do love that, you know, she was creative and was like, let's make something with these. And look what's come from that. That's so great. And so can you tell me a little bit about how you put the designs on the seats?
Well, I'm going to let my sister answer that question because she is the designer. Well, sometimes like nature inspires me. It's kind of a long process, but like being outside right now, like trees inspire me, animals inspire me, other artists, of course, because I'm also a digital artist. So it's pretty easy for me because I'm an artist, but it's a long process of how to put the designs on our earrings. It's kind of a long process. And we put different things. We put cultural drawings. And I lately launched a collection for Earth Day. So it was inspired by nature.
That's beautiful.
We sometimes put different quotes on them. We put words of encouragement, different things, different designs. Cool. But they're all one of a kind.
Very cool. And so, let's see. So I know that, you know, you've started your business and you brought it to the Melrose Trading Post. So can you tell me a little bit about starting a business and how the Melrose Trading Post connected you with people?
Well, actually, it was our first time doing the Melrose Trading Post, and we actually did really well, and it was a rainy day. So we really looked forward to participating in the Melrose Trading Post this summer. But the only problem is, well, everything. But the Melrose Trading Post has always been, it's really popular. So when you tell people you do participate in it, it's a good thing. It's a good place, a location. So when you say, oh, you can see us at the Melrose Trading Post, I guess it's a really good location because so many people know about the Melrose Trading Post. And it's a good vibe. The energy there is really nice. So, yeah.
I agree. It is pretty fun. And so,
yeah, it's fun.
Was it fun seeing people react to your different designs?
Yes, we had great conversation there because people in Melrose, they come from all around the world. So we met a lot of people from the East Coast and from the South, and we just were talking to people. A lot of Europeans come to the Melrose Trading Post to like shop and things, so we were able to talk to them also. Just see like how our earrings, how they're viewed on a world scale, I would say.
That's so cool. And
or national scale.
What about the designs that you have? Were there certain ones that were more popular that people really reacted to?
Well, our earrings are all one of a kind, so we don't have like a popular design that we do over and over again because they're all one of a kind. So it really just depends on the individual taste. So we make all kinds of earrings that say all sorts of things. We say like trusting God. We make them that say plant-based. We make some really cool that say plant-based, vegan. We make them that say all sorts of things with different like pictures on them and things like that.
Very cool. So could you give us a little tour of your display and show us some of the designs that you have available?
Sure. You gonna hold that? Yeah, I'm gonna hold that. So if you're like familiar with the jacaranda tree, there's like different sizes of pods. So these are like smaller. They say no worries. So we made them, just like what everyone's going through right now. We decided to make this message. It was really nice. We were inspired by the time. So we decided to make no worries. And these are also in my Earth Day collection. They say plant-based, which is another word for saying like vegan or something that doesn't eat meat.
Those are beautiful.
You can see a cactus in them.
I love it.
Really detailed.
Love that. That's so pretty with the different cactus plants on it. I love that. Neat.
And then, of course, for like our coffee lovers, I don't know if you're a coffee lover, if you love coffee, but we have a lot of people that do. So we made them to say coffee.
Ooh.
So we make them to say coffee. We have a pair right here for women.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yes.
Very lightweight, right?
Really light. Yes, and they're really light. They're really lightweight. So a lot of people, when they see like earrings that are wooden or earrings that are made out of natural material, they think they're heavy. But the Hawks, our earrings, Hawks designer earrings, they are not heavy at all. They're really, really light. They're really light. So we have like even little girls that can wear our earrings, like little baby girls. They wear our earrings because we make them really tiny for them. So they're comfortable with wearing them.
That's so cool. It looks like we have a question from James about how you get the designs on the seeds.
Well, it's a process. It's a very tedious process, but we do design them with like a carving tool.
Oh, cool. Oh, I like that. Okay.
They're all done by him. They're all done by him, and some of them are more complicated. I'm going to show you a more complicated design. Like this one right here.
Oh, that's a butterfly, right? That is beautiful.
This is the earring.
Here, can you lift it up a little bit? There we go. Yes. Oh, wow. Those are beautiful.
Thank you.
I love them. Very
natural
cool.
stuff. We do put stones. We use jasper. It's funny that you would say mariposa because we're actually from Mexico, so we do speak Spanish. And these are the name of the earrings. They're called mariposa. They're named mariposa.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Nice.
Yes.
And let's see some more designs that you've made.
So these are more just like, they're more not so how do you say, complicated. They're more just like everyday earrings. You can wear our earrings with everything. So we've had women wear them with their swimsuits. We've worn them like to like concerts and all kinds of things. So you can wear them with everything because they just match with everything. That's also like a Mandela art. If you're like if you're familiar with Mandela art.
Yeah,
around the edges. Yes. So it's Mandela art. I have another one really detailed this Mandela art. I love Mandela art.
That's so cool.
And then we put them that say different things. Like this one says ciao.
Nice. Oh, I love those.
And they're really fun. And this is the cool part. Every pair of Hawks designer earrings, they all fit within each other.
Oh yeah, because it's a seed pod.
Because they're made from a seed pod, so every pair, no matter the shape or size, they all fit within each other.
That's so cool. I love that. So beautiful. I love watching them in the wind while you're wearing them.
Yeah.
You can see how light they are.
They glow with the wind. So we make just different designs, and you can actually find us on Etsy at our Hawk shop called hawksearrings.etsy.com, and that's where you can purchase all of our designs.
Very cool. All right, so everyone, did you hear that? You got to go on Etsy and find them. Make sure that you make them your favorite shop, and then get your Mother's Day gifts, get your birthday gifts, all the gifts you need from this Etsy shop, right?
Yes, we make all kinds. They're really good Mother's Day gifts. Yeah. You can find us at Etsy.
Can you say that one more time? I think it might have cut off a little bit.
Oh, okay. They're great Mother's Day gifts. So a lot of people buy them for their mothers. We make them for sororities, and we also like customize depending on the design. So if you have like a friend that's in a sorority, I'm going to show you. If you have a friend that's in a sorority, you can make them that say like Zeta Phi Beta. For sorority sisters, you want to buy them for that. If you really love nature, I'm going to show you one of our other designs that we made. These are the turtles.
Oh, I love them.
And the cool thing about this pair is they actually have raw coral. So it just like goes with the whole idea.
Oh, at the top, the bead is a coral piece. That is beautiful. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love that. You're so creative.
Kind of excites me right now because there's not a lot of pollution going on right now in the ocean. So turtles are free right now. They're free to swim. Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Wait, say that one more time. It kind of cut off a little bit.
I said I'm really excited because the turtles are free. There's not a lot of pollution going on right now, so they're free to swim wherever they want to be.
That is so beautiful. So true. I know, it's so nice that there's so much less pollution right now.
Yes. And this one says, I got you.
Oh, nice. I love how you do that. I have a question. If someone wanted a custom design, how would they reach out to you?
They can reach us through our Etsy or our Instagram. You just can message us and tell us exactly what you'd like, and we can put it on there.
Okay. Great. Is there anything you want to let the people watching now and the people watching later know before we wrap up this little interview?
Well, I can share two things. You can find us on Etsy anytime, 24 hours. Ever since the COVID-19, I know a lot of people, you send me the question or email, like, how does it affect you? Well, for us, it's really given us a chance to be creative and to have the time to work on our more detailed designs. just using our creativity, building our online Etsy store, which we really want to start focusing online because the future of fashion is online shopping. So we've had that luxury. I would say that's a luxury of the COVID-19, that we have the time to do things that you normally wouldn't have time to do because you're always like here. And so we've had time to design and actually work on ourselves as well as work on our business.
That's really beautiful. I love that you're taking this and, seeing the positive in it and using it as an opportunity to grow and expand what you do.
Yes. Thank you.
So beautiful.
And I believe you're the, one more thing, I believe you're the 500, Melrose Trading Post was our 500 follower. So you have won a pair of Hawks designer earrings, Miss Natalie.
No way! Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Well, we're going to have to connect.
I see you have earrings though, so I know you love earrings.
Yes. I love earrings. I love shopping for earrings at Melrose Trading Post. And since we've been closed, it's been hard finding earrings, so I'm going to have to connect with you on that.
Yeah. Okay. And you are Jackson.
Yes, my last name is Jackson also.
We're Jacksons.
Yeah, we're all family.
Yes.
I love that. Well, thank you both.
So we'll email you with the details.
Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I'm so excited. I'll rock them on the next live that I can.
Okay. And everyone, if you guys, can, watch our video, you guys can check us out at hawksearrings.etsy.com to purchase any pair. They're all one of a kind. We don't make another pair alike.
Beautiful. Yes, please. If you need a Mother's Day gift, go to that link right now and make sure you get some earrings for your mom. Make her feel special. And ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been so fun chatting with you, and I love what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. See you later.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. So make sure you follow them on Instagram and go visit their Etsy page and get some earrings because they make them and they're beautiful and they put some beautiful intention into them. And they're trying to spread positivity here. So we can all use that definitely at these times. And it's such a beautiful thing that they're doing. So thank you both so much. So I'm going to end this live real quick. And then we're going to come back in just a few minutes with Christina of Esmeralda Designs. She designs beautiful rings, custom rings. And she's going to walk us through her desert place where she has her dogs. And her workshop where she makes the jewelry. So, hello. Hi, everybody joining us. Welcome back. Hope you've been loving MTP Live. We've been connecting with such wonderful people. And they're all people that are a part of the Melrose Trading Post and Greenway Art Alliance community. And so it's really cool to get to connect with all of you here. Now that for safety purposes, of course, but we're bringing on Christina next. All right, looks like we're going to be connecting.
Hi.
All right, let me put up your company name here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So can you tell us who you are?
Okay, so I am along Highway 62 here in Joshua Tree, and behind me here you might be able to see snow on San Jacinto Mountain, but maybe not. Let me see. Oh, there's signs everywhere, but it's a beautiful day in the desert. It's warm and there are tons of flowers. Let me see how I can show you the flowers. Not me. There. Okay. So, so the yellow ones are desert dandelions. And please don't ask me about any other flowers. And then there are creosote, some of the chaparral herbs here. And they're very, very good for the airways right now in pandemic time. I think it's good to walk around them here, and there are some trees in the desert. So we are on our way home. This is Eagle, one of my 4 Spanish greyhounds, and I couldn't take all 4 of them because I'm a Gemini, and 4 dogs and 1 iPhone and trying to connect live, that would just a little disaster in the waiting. So we're about a minute away from home. You see the mountains behind me here. It's just called Coyote Hole Canyon, and it's full of pictographs from mostly Serranos, I think, but there are some of my recent inspiration because we got so much time to take walks suddenly. So they're beautiful.
So
Yeah.
have you been like putting some of the pictographs you see on wreaths?
I'm just starting to do that. I realized that, I mean, to me, I go like, oh, that looks like a little girl with a squirt gun. And I go like, did I have squirt guns? So I want to, before I put the symbols on, I want to be a little bit more sure about what they are. And there are not many petroglyphs. The petroglyphs are the ones that have been stabbed into the stone, so they can be on granite. But the pictographs are being more carved into sandstone. So they are softer and younger. So maybe 300 years, I can understand they are. So, but it's amazing. I'll send you some pictures later. But we're almost home, and I can take off this thing because I'm dying. Here.
How hot is it there, Eva?
Yeah, there's like no people to be infected by or infect. So this is good. So this is where I live. It's just a tiny little home. This is my truck. His name is Thor. And he takes me to Melrose Trading Post every Sunday. We leave around 4 o'clock. And these are not my dogs. My dogs never bark. And this is Arthur the tree. Arthur ash. And he's a blue ash. They're most common in the desert. And here is my show gear, Big Cry. Usually it's my boot and everything like that. And before we go in, I should show you. This is where I fire my silver. This is the kiln. So it's a tiny kiln, and it goes up to like about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and I use it, and it is small and cracked, but you can see there's a little ceramic plate in it. I fired it just an hour ago so I could show you what I'm doing. So I'm not going to touch anything. I've gone wiser than that. So let's say hi to let me see. All right, here we go. Here are the rest of them. So these are Spanish greyhound. They're called galgos. They're rescued from Spain. So they flew to New York from Spain about 2 years ago. They are used for hunting and then unfortunately killed or gotten rid of. So so they are all rescues. This is don't do that. The headset, that's Darcy. This is special. This is Adele. She was lost in Hollywood. I think she went chased by police on Rodeo Drive. So she went just out for the good shopping. So, and this is Darcy. The elevator doesn't go quite up for this one, but he has a heart of gold. And there's this Elfin. She's a little firecracker. She got in trouble, but we know better now. And this is Eagle, my beautiful one. Let me just take off your color here, and then I can show other things. Okay, and take off my hat and my glasses. All right. Okay. Okay, so what would you like me to do? Should I tell you a little bit about my process?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I happen to have prepared just that. How lucky we are. So what happens is that my business is called Esmeralda Designs. And let me see here. I am working, I can't even turn the phone around here to show me. Oh, well, anyway. Yeah, this is good for showing stuff. So I learned, I started my company back in 2005, 2006, because I learned that one gold ring from the mind to the fingers for one little ring is 5 tons of waste, which is ridiculous. So it takes a lot of energy, of course, to mine the gold, and it's not like anything Irish leprechaun. It's just not fun by the end of the rainbow, but deep into the mountains in ores, and it's very messy, using a lot of nasty chemicals too, mercury, and there hasn't been a lot of legislation to repair the land afterwards. So there's a lot of sores. If you drive through Colorado, you see old mines, for instance, and it doesn't look so pretty. So I found out that there is a method that was recently discovered way back then, that you can recycle gold from silver and also gold from electronics. So the silver is recycled as tiny, tiny particles called nanoparticles from cell phones and computers, and mixed with 1% cellulose, and I sculpt them. So I sit and work like this. This is a Teflon surface, and this is a mandrel. Because when you make a ring for someone, it's very good if it happens to fit them, because they're much more likely to be happy that way. Even though I always say, wear your jeans tight and your rings loose, maybe not that loose. So the silver is a clay and it's extremely sticky. So I use a little strip of Teflon, and then anyone who's painted, and it's the masking tape. So I put it on here and a sculpturing on top of that. So I'm going to show you 2 projects that I just finished. This is for a customer that was locked up with 4 children at the lake right now. So she asked me to make a piece, said "Howl to the Moon" with the citrine, because she was going just a little crazy. So her name is Debbie. She's lovely, and she lives in Sherman Oaks normally. And she's met me at the Melrose, and she loved there. And she's going to take her children there too when all this is over. And I call this project "The Dark Side of the Moon" because I listen to music when I make my things. So this is the pendant, and it's just been fired, so it doesn't look anything ready yet. But here is the pendant, and there's a space for the stone to be set there. And I haven't darkened the text, but it says "Howl to the Moon." And the little stone she's going to use is a citrine. So here's the citrine. It's going to be set in there. And then a ring for her. And it hasn't been adjusted or tapered yet. But this is her little wolf. Yeah, so it's hand cut. So this is the way I will also use the pictograph. I also have a collaboration with a company in San Diego run by people with cystic fibrosis, and they make molds, like rubber molds, so I can send them a graphics. And so I can make a petroglyph graphics, and it's really nice. And they send me back the stamping, because when I finished sculpting, and I use a food dehydrator. Anyone who's been doing raw foods and things know about these things to dry out apples and things. And I have exactly one of those, like $40 on eBay things. And so this is when the clay has been dried before firing. And this is another project for Tabata. Tabata loves dragons. And I have a pet dragon. His name is Weddle. I'm actually wearing one of his rings there. I can only sculpt dragons before they hit puberty, because otherwise they start to spit fire. So I get like really hot stuff, which is not so good. And this is going to be Tabata's ring here with Weddle. You can see the difference in the clay before it's fired and afterwards. In the firing, I take the temperatures up to more than 1,000 Fahrenheit. In that process, the silver is sintering, meaning that it starts to vibrate like before the Terminator is going down to the asphalt and melts into the puddle. So the little holes that were previously the cellulose is now solid again, solid silver. So it becomes this beautiful shiny silver when it's done. And then my most favorite product, and I can see she's on now, my beautiful, amazing, talented writer, journalist friend, Kathleen Falsani, or God Girl. So she is an amazing writer. She writes sometimes for you too. She has published at least 4 books, and one of them is coming on. Hi, Kathleen. And so she is very connected to Ireland, which is the motherland. But so she wanted me to make her a ring that will say in Latin, "Do not worry, but look for the light." So it's from, oh gosh, me and pronunciations, by Seamus Heaney, the Irish poet that passed away in 2013, I believe. It was his last word to his wife. He texted, says, "Noli timere," means do not be afraid. So it's saying there, and the other one, lux in tenebris lucet, means look for the light. So this is the ring I'm making for Kathleen. It's not been exactly ready yet, but I'm starting to fill in here. You can see.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna be so cool. It's such an honor to connect with people, and I think that's one of my biggest joy as an artist. That for instance, I meet someone at Melrose Trading Post, and either they see a ring I already made, but it doesn't fit them, and I can make it in their size, or they have a stone and they want me to set it, or also they have a wild dream, and it is fun either way. And we talk about, what they want the ring to do for them. Is it going to be a ring to hang on for dear life kind of ring, or a ring to commemorate a very good or a very bad year? Or I can even take heirloom gold. I have worked with Celtic metalsmith in Ardevor in New York, that he will cast a ring I sculpt in their own gold. So if you have, like Auntie Nicolette passed away in the 80s, and she left her DeLorean and wild shoulder pad and her ginormous gold chain to you. So I can be melted down and become one of your pieces. So that's it. So once I fired it, the things, I tumble them. This is a very tiny little tumbler. You can see there are 2 rings there for a customer, and they look like this after they are tumbled and before the stones are set. And this is the food dehydrator and the little tally tumbler. So I work extremely small. I mean, this is not my permanent home yet. So once I have that, I will also invite people from Melrose Trading Post to come up to me here in Joshua Tree and take classes and learn to make your own pendant or ring. Yeah, so these are some of the rings I've set stone in, and this one is very beautiful. This is, yeah, this is called golden needle rutilated quartz. So it's from a beautiful area in Brazil, from an area which has silver mine called Minas Gerais. And so it's spears of titanium dioxide into this quartz. It's so cool. So and then I also work on forming recycled metal. You can see that been into wires, and I make earrings and things out of them, like that, hammer them. And these are tiny little rings. People in LA, very different from New York, are very minimalistic in their designs that they like to wear. So I have a lot of skinny little rings too.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's
all your tools and everything. That is amazing.
yeah, and I just made this one because we all need crystals these days to hold on to something. So it's a piece of crystal quartz, and I get a, yeah. And what I'm love about Melrose Trading Post, I used to do a very similar show in New York called the Grand Bazaar, and it was much smaller. It was set on a school ground and about 100 vendors. But it was the same purpose. It was started more than 40 years ago, and the spot I used to have there, I had a picture, a customer gave it to me. Andy Warhol was standing in that very spot in 1980 something. It was very cool. Yeah. So, but it's been a very, it was very fun, but the winters weren't so fun. And then one of the other artists there, it became too expensive for her to live in New York. She lived in Brooklyn, and so she had family in LA. So she was going to go there and fly back to New York once a week to sell her art. And I thought, this is madness. So I decided to uninvited, I gave her some advice. I said, can't you find some good show in LA? Because I've lived in Southern California before, but it was closer to, it was in San Diego area. So it wasn't the same energy when it comes to the art and the cool things. So I knew very little. So I went in and I found the Melrose Trading Post. As things go in the world, of course, she ended up moving back to Thailand instead and flying back to New York for a few months a year. And she never came to Melrose, but I did. So I decided 2 years ago that this is exactly where I want to be. So I sold what I had in New York and loaded my 4 dogs into my really old Toyota Land Cruiser that had almost 300,000 miles to it at that point, and drove over, and by sheer luck we made it all the way. And then I spent the time doing Airbnb Russian roulette, and I thought to end up in LA in an eco park, but that's not what happened. So I ended up in the middle of the desert. I mean, I lived by water all my life, so you can only imagine this thing. And my dogs go, what the heck happened? And suddenly they were like indoor dogs panting in front of the air conditioning. But I mean, I'm happy to be here.
Is there any way you can flip the camera around so we can see you?
How do I do that? Do I hit the little...
On the bottom right, there's like 2 little arrows in a circle.
Yeah, there was that before, but they're not there anymore. So now I'm worried. What will happen? There's only given me a chance to, if I hit the little X, if I disappear, you might, let me see. No, not leaving, cancel. I'm not doing that. Can I just, what the heck? I am so sorry. Technology does not like me. I don't know. Should we, I mean, if I go on the other side, on like this, can you see me now? I just flip my phone around.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, that works. Okay.
I'll let you know if we get any few comments to respond to.
No.
So send in your comments.
No. Okay, here I am. So I wanted to say it's such a great opportunity to be at Melrose, and the way my business has changed a lot. I mean, overnight, I think it was the 14th of March or so, I did my very last exhibit. I had 3 shows a week, Melrose Trading Post, Palm Springs Village Fest, and the Joshua Tree Farmers Market, and it went to a screeching halt, and that was interesting. So, of course, we've been given, Melrose Trading Post have been an only event that reached out and tried to figure out how to handle this. And we've been having weekly Zoom meetings, and also a business consultant, and it's been super helpful. And also, I mean, I was saying before, I speak dog most of the week because I don't see so many people now with the installation and everything we are. So it's been also a social, like dessert socially. It was so much fun to connect and learning a little bit more about technology and how to market online. And I'm working on putting up a Shopify site, but for now I have my Etsy shop. So I wanted to say that for anyone who likes to check out my art, the Instagram is very good because you can see the largest, the width of the designs there, and a little bit what's happening with me and my dogs and our the pictographs in the desert. But in the Etsy shop, there are a few of the largest rings and many of the smaller rings listed. And you can enter the code I love MTP for a 25% discount into my Etsy shop. Yeah, and I emailed you the link, Natalie, because I didn't know how to put it up there for you. But it's valid from now until right after Mother's Day, I think around the 10th. So please go ahead and try that if you like and see if there's something you love.
Yeah, so that's etsy.com/shop/Esmeralda Designs. I'll put
that's great. Yeah, and you can see in your email also that the link should be there if you want to do click and pasty things.
Yeah. And so the link that she's talking about has the coupon code in it already. So I'm going to try to get it up here for all of you. Okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and so let's see. It'll take me just a second to get it up here. But yeah, is there, like talking about the things that we've been able to do to reach out with our vendors, it has been very fun doing all these things because I know myself, Patrick, and our staff, we miss the market, of course, as well. And, it's really like we're there every Sunday and now we're not all of a sudden. So, we really do miss it. And those Zoom calls really are amazing. It's like, it's so nice to be able to see you guys, see each other. And, it really, I'd say it's helped me a lot as far as like just making sure, that we're focused on uplifting our vendors and listening to our vendors, but also just to see the people that we love and get to see every week. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's been marvelous. And also here in the desert, I mean, people are a little bit different here because we have only like 4 ICU beds in the whole high desert area. So, and they closed the park for that reason because they were afraid that a lot of people would come and they wouldn't be care enough for everybody or food. So this is usually the busiest time of the year. I mean, there's thousands of people here every week and mostly from LA. And so there are so little people, and you know how it is in store. People give dirty looks if you don't have like a face mask on. So people are keeping the distance.
Yeah, I imagine, the desert, everything is spread out already. So it's probably a little isolating too.
It is. I mean, but the most beautiful things happen. I mean, the nature, because of the heavy rains we had, it's earlier and it's so abundant. I mean, all the cacti are bloom, and so many animals. There are lizards, and I mean, the snakes are coming up. I haven't seen anyone, but there are snake catchers in action. I can follow around on Nextdoor. And I mean, it is crazy with the little people. So much things are allowed to just do their thing. They're little bunnies and coyotes. They're like, National Geographic TV live here every minute. Instead of lions and hyenas and antelopes, we have coyotes and bunnies.
Yeah, those bunnies get pretty big. I've seen some out there.
Oh boy, yeah, there's like the jackrabbit hares. I mean, they're almost as large as my smallest dog. It seems. I only see them running really fast at the distance.
And how has it been being in Joshua Tree, and kind of having to, isolate, but then also getting to explore the technology side of things?
Oh, it's been a little bit, challenging would be a good word, I think. it is, when it's very windy here, as the Wi-Fi reception goes down to very bad, from bad to very bad. So it's been like some of the Zoom calls also are, like suddenly I can't get the good connection. So it's been trying to work up my business a little bit more online has been a good nudge for me to do, because I think you need these days a platform where even if you do interact with customers, which has been my main part of selling the last few years, you also need for people to be able to follow up in the peace and the quiet of their own home, because it can get overwhelming, especially since some of my rings can be a little pricey if you expect to spend $20 at the Melrose Post for some delicious food and something to drink, and suddenly you see a ring that's almost $200. It's not exactly, sometimes you need to prepare yourself and think what matters to you. I have one customer like that now, Ernest. He came by with his girlfriend a few times to my booth at Melrose and bought little tiny rings for the girlfriend, and she loved them. And he reached out to me now to find if we could get a ring for her, but he didn't know her size. So as we were talking and I was showing what I had, he decided to get the necklace for himself. And then he came back and said, "Ooh, I saw on your Instagram feed this amazing ring that has emerald and sapphire in." And I said, okay. And he said, "I would like one of those. Can you make it?" And I was thinking, this is going to be a big shock. So I told him how much it was going to be, and that I would work with him. And he said, well, maybe over time. He's an insurance broker, and their business is not very much happening right now either. But for the long term, maybe this can happen. So it's,
sometimes you need like a little yes, like a little something that's easy to say yes to, and then someone can dream a little and think about what else they can do, what's the next thing. And I love that you can, like, the things that you make and the way that you make them give you the flexibility to make whatever someone can dream up. I love that.
yeah, exactly. And even, I've done people to come to my studio and put their own fingerprints either into the clay, or I give them a 2-component silicone. It's like a white and pink part that I mix together, and I can reversely press that into my silver, so they can have their fingerprint if they want to have a commemoratory piece, or a paw print from an animal if they want to have, the cat paw or something like that. So it's a very fluid material to work. It's pure sculpture, and it's totally one of a kind. Normally when you buy a ring in a store, it's been cast. It was made a mold of it, and many were made. So there are like hundreds and thousands of a kind, which is a beautiful thing. But these rings are in the moment. They're made right now, and are made with material that connect us to society. We're part of instruments of communication. The company I get the silver from says that it takes about 100 cell phones, silver from 100 cell phones, because it's part of, the little microchips, the electronics. So it's very little in each phone. So about 100 phone goes into each ring.
Wow. And so, and what other metals do you work with?
Oh yeah, so I work also with recycled gold, which is crazy expensive. Gold prices are now at an all-time high for some silly reason, but the recycled gold, because of it is expensive to retrieve it, from where it is, because both silver and gold have extremely good conductivity. So that's why they are in the electronics, that you can get current over a very small area with very little interference. So I work with those, and I also work in gold fill now. So it's silver basically underneath, and then heavily plated, much heavier than gold plated, with either rose gold or yellow gold in 10 to 22 carats. I work with those. I work sometimes in bronze and in copper too. But more often I try to work in the metals which I can hand sculpt. And the only thing that the common denominator, they're all recycled, always. And so are my stones. They're all fair trade. So they're not blood diamonds if I work with the diamonds. And they are from mines, as far as I can ascertain through the lapidary artists, that their mines transition to at least fair trade in most cases.
Wow. I didn't realize how far you go with your materials to really like put your ethical stamp on it as far as like how you're sourcing everything. It's really inspiring that you go so far to make sure that you're not leaving a footprint with these pieces, that they're actually just all recycled, all repurposed goods.
Yeah, and if I work like the tiny rings, sometimes I get them from a refinery die struck, meaning like pressed out in a certain shape. But for me, it is, like it's important to me that my customer knows that it is an ethical purpose with my business, because there are so many people making jewelry because we embellish ourselves through the time. It's important, but for me, I come from both an art and a scientific background, and knowing all the things that happens to the earth with mining for metals or gemstones, and also the people part, the human exploiting of human beings. For me, I would like to avoid that. And I don't know, it's like redecorating your home. You realize, oh, I wonder if my wrapping paper, my gift bags, where are they from now? The material has to be, eco-friendly and organic. But it is, it's a concept. And through the years since I started my company, it's becoming more and more common. And I find a lot of the vendors on Melrose Trading Post are very ethically savvy, and
I love that you
it
say
makes me
that.
so happy.
I think we might be losing our connection.
Who am I? I am Natalie Jackson from the Melrose Trading Post. I work with Greenway Art Alliance, the arts nonprofit that puts on the Melrose Trading Post every Sunday. I'm one of the managers of the market. Yay, Flora and Luna just joined. So I'm here interviewing different vendors from the Melrose Trading Post as a way to kind of bring everyone together. We miss the market being open, and we've been doing Zoom calls with our vendor community, and they came up with this brilliant idea, and so we are connecting you with these wonderful people, and you get to see a behind the scenes look of where they work and how their businesses are impacted by the pandemic and all the closures. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Ariana on.
So Ariana, there you are. Hello. I can hear you. Oh, and who do you have with you today?
This is Zoe.
Oh, Zoe, so cute. What kind of dog is Zoe?
It's a Pomeranian, but I gave her the worst haircut. So
She looks so cute. Oh, we gave our dog a haircut too, and he looks all right. So cute. It's a good haircut, don't worry. So yes, I'm so excited that you're able to connect with us today. And I'm so excited to learn all about Flora y Luna, a beautiful hat company. Can you tell us a little bit about your business and about you?
yeah, so can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So they're all handcrafted hats. Obviously, Flora y Luna. I'm from Mexico. I was born in Morelia, Michoacan, but I'm living in Los Angeles currently, and I make handcrafted hats.
Yes, and I can see you're wearing one of your designs today. Very beautiful. when we were sharing about who would be on this live call, I had several people say, "Oh my goodness, I need those hats." So I'm hoping that people are really checking out your Instagram, which I just posted up on here, and really seeing like what you can make, because what you've brought to the market is so beautiful. And I'm very excited for you to kind of show us and tell us about your business. So your business is really based on customizing and one-on-one. So how are you navigating that during this closure of everything?
By the way, I love your Frida drawing.
Thank you. It's from the market from Sticks and Lasers.
Staring at it. I'm like, who am I talking to here? Yeah, so it's been a little different since my business is very personal and one-on-one. I usually measure and talk to them, so it's been a little harder because they can't come into my office and all of that. But it's been like a process of figuring out how to go about doing it through online.
Mm-hmm.
So they send me a message, and then I sent them like how to measure themselves, and I do the whole process online. And it's been good because I'm trying to make it easier for people to order online as well. But I do miss the interaction, the one-on-one.
Yeah, the way you would set up your booth was so beautiful and inviting. And so I always would see like people drawn to it and just be like, "Oh, I want to be a part of this," just because the presentation itself is so beautiful. So I imagine the one-on-one experience is really special too.
Yeah, I would take all my plants with me because they're so necessary.
Yeah, it really felt homey and
Yeah, I
yeah,
had
beautiful.
a corner, and you don't know how many people came up to me and asked me how much it was, or if it was decoration.
Yeah, it really sets the mood. Like some people are just so creative with the way they set up the space, and it's so inspiring. Every time I walk through the market, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, look at this."
I'm Mexican, so I can't help but decorate in that way. It's like anytime we have a party here, it's just that way. So I can't even help having the little banners from Mexico and all of that.
Yeah, and so I know that you mentioned you have an office, and that's in downtown, correct?
So I'll explain the process of getting a hat. Well, when I had the office, which hopefully you will do at some point soon. So my office is in downtown LA, and I like it there because it's so close to the fashion district, and I can just walk back and forth from my workspace to all the shops that I usually go to. And usually a client will come in and sit down with me, and it's usually about 30 minutes. Sometimes we go over because we just get to talking and never stop. And in that process, I'll measure them. I'll show them my color swatches and samples so that they can feel them and try them on. And they'll get to pick a color. Then they pick the style. Then we go over what they might like. But normally it's so personal because I need to know who I'm making it for, what they like, what they don't like, what type of person they are, and things like that. Because it really helps me out with creating the hat for them. But now that I'm still doing that online. I just go over their entire Instagram now.
Nice. That's a good way to get to know someone. I love that. And what made you decide that you would branch out from your office in downtown and do pop-ups at the Melrose Trading Post?
So, well, I've always gone to the Melrose Post. I moved to Los Angeles about 8 years ago, so I've always loved it. I've been doing this for 3 years, and the first year and a half I was doing it from home. So I was just in my studio working at all times, day and night. And it just got a little claustrophobic because I kept and I kept getting new tools, and next thing I knew, I didn't even have an apartment anymore. It was a hat workshop corner because I kept getting rid of everything because I needed more space to work. Ended up getting an office because I thought I needed more space and I needed to get out of the house. So then I got a workspace in downtown, but I started to realize that it was still very lonely. And I only got to see people when they would come in for a hat order. So here, what I wanted to do is get out there more and meet more people because my workspace is not, you can't walk by it and see it. So by appointments. So I wanted to go and do something like the Melrose Post where I can just sit there and work on a hat and somebody will pass by and see what I'm doing and yeah, get to know more people, get out there more, show my face a little bit. And yeah, because otherwise there's a lot of people I've met in the last markets that I did with you guys that I wouldn't have met otherwise. So it's been
That's really like the best part of the market is the people that come through. You never know who's going to walk through the door. You know, it could be someone who's looking for, you know, just the right present for someone. It could be someone who's a designer. Like, you never know who's going to walk in. And so, you know, it's such a fun place to like bring something creative and see how people react to it.
yeah, especially because you're seeing faces instead of Instagrams. Really do all my appointments through Instagrams, or everybody just sees me through Instagram and they're not really seeing me as a person. The reason why doing markets is so important because people get to see you and get to know you and get to talk to you in person. It's just so different when it's face to face other than, you know, through Instagram or
Yeah, and I think that's, you know, the thing that makes your business so special is that you do get that one-on-one interaction and, you know, you walk away with a hat that no one else has because it's customized to you. That's such a beautiful thing.
yeah.
Really love that. And so are you working from home now again with this pandemic happening?
Yeah, because in downtown, I live in Hollywood, so I'm going from Hollywood to downtown to go to the office. And when it all started, like mid-March, it just started getting really weird. Getting on the metro, and you can just feel the vibe of people starting. And the building didn't fully close, but they started cutting the hours short that you can go in. And I mean, yeah, it got a little. I brought my equipment here, so I haven't stopped working. But yeah, I'm doing it from home now.
And is it a little bit of like the same thing as before, where you felt like, oh gosh, I'm doing a lot of work from home? Are you doing anything to kind of, you know, make sure you go for a walk or something and get outside and still kind of have a little bit of that outside of home time?
It hasn't been honestly that bad for me. I'm a little weird and awkward to start. So me going out and doing markets was something out of my comfort zone. So for me to get inside here hasn't been any different for me. It's been like, okay, this is fine with me. It hasn't been that bad. It actually gave me a lot of time to be more creative as to I was working so much on client hats all the time. It's usually what they want. Of course, it has my creative input, but somebody's giving me an order or something they want. And in this time that I've had to be at home and have so much more time, I've created a lot more things that I wanted to create. It's got
Nice.
and inspiring. I mean, at first it was a little tough to get inspired again because there was so much uncertainty. I didn't happen if we're like closed the country for. I thought it was going to be like a 2-week thing. So I was just waiting around what was going on until I was like, okay, I need to start working again. I need to like redecorate the space and start working and get to it. So I had to start again.
That's good. And the thing that I've been hearing from a lot of people is that being able to jump into their craft has really helped them get through all of this and really helped them have a little peace of mind and moments of, sanity where it's just like working with your hands. It's really therapeutic.
Yeah, it's very zen for me. Yeah, just working helps me get out of my mind and stop thinking about things and worries and all of that. So it's to start being more creative and not just working on clients' hats for me to get back up.
Yeah, and so do you have any designs or anything little behind the scenes that we can see today?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Zoe down.
Hi, Zoe.
I'm full of hair, of course. So these are, this is the material. These are my clients' hats that I'm working on next.
Mm-hmm.
How they look before. I have some materials here. I like to use spray paint sometimes to paint on things. I have some dyes to dye. First, I have all my little things here. I have some hats I've been working on here.
Ooh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Thank you. It's a little straw hat. I'll be doing more straw hats for summer. Then this hat.
Ooh, is that one felt?
Yes, it's felt.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. And so these are your designs that you've been able to come up with this time. That's so cool.
The little beret here.
Oh, that's cute. Love that.
I'm working on that still. My plants, of course.
Yes, of course. It's not Flora and Luna without the plants.
Yeah, exactly. And these are clients' hats that I'm working on right now. This is Diego's hat.
Nice.
So he said he wanted an all-black hat with black everything and some design in a circle. So I did that inside.
Cool.
And these are clients' hats that I've already blocked that I need to decorate.
Mm-hmm. And so when you say blocked, what does that mean?
I'll show you the process right now of how it works. Here. This is Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Another plant.
Beautiful.
Okay, so when I say blocked, I remember I showed you the material over there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the steamer, so I'll take the material. I'll take the material and I'll steam it like this.
Mm.
So once I steam it, the material gets really soft. It'll start to get soft, and that way I can start forming it. I'll use this for a form. And this here is a certain size already. So when I measure you and I know that you're a small, I'll use this to make the shape of it. And then once I have it blocked, I do a little form. This is a flower.
Oh, wow.
It's black, so it's hard to see it.
Yeah, it is a little hard, but you can see some of the detail on it. Oh, okay, I see it. Yes, that's a good angle. That is cool. The top of it is like a flower.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the steaming it gets it soft enough for me to be able to form it.
Wow. That is really cool.
Yeah. So once I do that, I cut the brim out with this tool here. It's a round jack. So I use this. This tool to cut out. So I use it like this.
Oh, okay. And then cuts it uniformly around the edge.
Yes. So then this is my iron that I'll do the brims flat with here. When they're all flat, most of them are flat because clients like the flat hats. And then these are some of my tools that I use all the time.
Wow, that's cool.
And then these are my some that I've already cut out for the hat bands. So depending on what clients tell me that they want on the hat band, I'll grab this and make it so that it goes around it. Like this.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And this is my little pin.
Very cool.
It's also a little like plant.
That's so cute.
Yep.
Wow.
And of course I use the sander as well to make the material look less furry, or I burn them as well to give it a different texture.
Oh, you burn them too? That's cool.
Yeah, I can't do it right now with one hand, but it would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't want you to get hurt, so we'll definitely avoid that.
Here's another flower that I'm making.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you can really see it well right here. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's better in white, easier to see it.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That is
Thank
such a cool shape. I love that.
Yep, so this is my little workspace for now.
Very cool. Oh, it's so beautiful there.
There's Zoe. This is my sewing machine. I only use it to make the lining inside. And these hats are a client's hat that I need to send out to him.
Nice.
And a drawing that I made a long time ago.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. This is the iron I used to use back then when I couldn't afford a nice one. But yeah, this is my little space for now.
Very cool. I love your makeshift office and workspace. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
I like your booth, and I'm sure your office is equally as beautiful in downtown.
Yes, I miss the big window. I like working in a lot of sunlight, so I'm trying to get some sun in here, but it gets so hot right now.
Yes, yeah. It's been pretty warm lately. It seems like it's getting warmer quicker.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot summer.
Mm-hmm. Well, can we get a little more of a look at the hat that you're wearing?
Yeah.
This is you designed for yourself?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, wow.
So I'll be selling these hats in summer, like at markets if they get started again, in different colors. I made this one for myself, but it's one that I'll be putting out for summertime. But it's also
very beautiful. And is that embroidered on the leaf? Very beautiful. And so if someone wanted to purchase a hat today, let's say, what would be the best way for them to go about that?
the best way, they could send me a message on Instagram, and I can send them the entire information, the how to measure, the prices, the colors. They can also go to my website, www.floriluna.com. They can my Instagram as well, And yeah.
Very cool. Well, this has been a beautiful tour. I love seeing your space, and Zoe. It was very lovely to meet Zoe. Do you have anything you'd like to leave us all with today before you go?
That let's hope this passes soon, and let's stay creative, stay positive, do daily things that make you happy, and yeah, it's
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ariana. It's been so fun talking to you today.
I hope to see you guys soon.
Yes, I hope so. All right. See you later.
Sorry, do you know when we'll be back up the market?
We do not know yet. We're keeping a lookout. We've noticed, San Francisco is starting to open up some outdoor events, so we're just keeping, a lookout for any new information that comes up from the city of Los Angeles. And, we're gonna do whatever we have to do to make sure it's safe, So, yeah. But we'll be contacting all our vendors once we know any details. But right now we really don't know anything, unfortunately.
Understandable.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ariana. It's been wonderful talking to you. Everyone, go follow her on Instagram and go check out all her beautiful designs. And I'll see you soon, Ariana, I hope. All right. Bye. Okay. That was wonderful. So thank you everyone who has been watching these videos. It has been really fun connecting with the vendors that I miss. There's so many wonderful people that come to the market. So if you are a vendor watching and you'd like to participate, you can go ahead and send us a message through Instagram, or you can email me directly. And also just, take care of yourselves. Make sure that if you feel like you're alone, that you reach out, because we're doing this to be able to connect with each other and to be able to connect our vendors to all of you. We don't want the market being closed to stop you from being able to shop local and shop small businesses and creative businesses. So if there's a vendor from the market, thank you, Patrick. If there's a vendor from the market that you miss and you don't know how to connect with them, reach out to us, send us a message through Instagram, or our emails are on our website. We can help you connect with that vendor. So, if there's something you want to refill that you've had from before and you just can't find the vendor's name, reach out to us and we'll try to help you connect with them so that you can continue supporting the small businesses that you love. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us for MTP Live. It has been so much fun. Yes, next week is Mother's Day, so make sure you buy things for your mother, or also watch this next week with her, and we'll have a wonderful lineup for you. And keep an eye out on our Instagram for all the updates of who will be participating each week. We intend on doing these lives until we open back up. So stay tuned, and we'll be connecting you with more of your favorite local vendors who really, they feel as disconnected as you do without the market. So we want to bring everyone together. So I'm Natalie signing off, and I will see you all next week. Bye.